we are all creative beings. All of us are artists on some level or another. And whatever you're passionate about, you want to keep creating and being creative. And there's a sense of wanting to collaborate. This is part of the energy in the reading. Before I go on, let me show you a picture. I would keep getting these images of the eye opening. Let me find it. This is just my drawing journal. So I'm starting to draw again. I'm going to get back into my painting, and I will post paintings on here as well. This channel is going to be growing a lot. I'm going to start putting flowers on it every week. I'm expanding the studio to have a better camera and sound system. I'm ordering that right now. So I had to get to a place where I could have the time and the energy and the resources. So I've been kind of just building from the ground up, grassroots style. And part of the awakening of all of this is, I'm doing this process myself. I'm not just reading these readings on a surface level. I'm growing and evolving with you through this channel. And it's helping me because, I've had my own challenges as well. I left an abusive marriage right when COVID started. We're co-parenting really well now, which is wonderful. It's probably the most cohesive it's ever been on the parenting front. And then I can protect my own energy at the same time. My own creative space is protected. I've learned to step away from toxic people in my life in doing that and stepping away and channeling all of this and tapping into all of this and connecting with all of this has really helped me to heal as well on the personal level. So I am an artist of life, but I've always learned to hide that part of myself because it just felt safer. But really, in reality, it really closed me off from a lot of my own flow and my own abundance, which I'm learning to recover now. And so I'd like to help anybody to have that sense. You can't really put it into words sometimes. There's just experiences that you go through. And if you connect with these readings, that's the purpose of them. And it's not just going to be like a blatant message or a how-to channel. Not at all. This is just a bunch of readings that have to do with that purpose in mind. So I will also be posting tutorials from my home business on a different channel that I have. It's under Sunflower Stamped, and I'll link the two later as it all evolves. My home studio is evolving. My art studio is evolving, and I'm evolving. And I hope that as you tap into these readings, that you can evolve further too. That's just the purpose of it. And I don't know what that means for you. That's highly personal. But on a collective, on the creative collective, this is what these readings are about. So we're going through kind of an awakening right now, collectively. Like maybe all of a sudden you just have to change your job or add another job to what you're doing. And you just, realize like, oh, I can't be going this direction anymore. I need to be finding other solutions to my life. Or maybe you're evolving what you're doing from home, or maybe you're doing all of that. Maybe you're stepping out of a relationship that has been holding you back for a long time. I don't know what your story is, but if you're connecting with these readings, thank you for following and liking and subscribing. Feel free to ask any questions or be part of it, because this is all a collective energy. This is not just me reading cards. So let's get into the reading though. What was happening, what I wanted to explain about with, there's the hangwoman and the hangman came out, like taking the step away. You've been in this hangman energy, hangwoman energy. There's no gender in tarot, but both of these cards came through. And coming out of that into your more progressive, awakened pathway with the Chariot, there's a big change in how you perceive conflict and toxicity. There's, I see the closing of the door on the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the strife, the Five of Swords, the competitive energy, people that just refuse to connect with you except for through like maybe in a demeaning way, or in a toxic way, or they're secretly underhandedly cutting you down behind your back, being competitive with you for no reason. I mean, things like that just, they don't suit your higher vibration, and really, quite frankly, it's a drain on your life. And you can walk away. You're learning to walk away from these toxic elements. This is the Eight of Cups. This is coming through, and what you're having is a victory with your passions. This is the Six of Wands. You're learning to collaborate in ways that maybe you haven't felt comfortable before. Coming out of your shell, collaborating with other people. We've got the Three of Wands, connecting with the Three of Pentacles. This is all connected with collaboration. Maybe starting projects where you're working with new people in your life, meeting new people in your life, meeting new energies that are more on the same page with you, finding your tribe, as they say, creating a sense of tribe, and really connecting. And we still have soulmate energy coming up again and again too. The Six of Cups. There's a clarity, the Ace of Swords. All of this is leading to your Ten of Cups. You were in Hermit energy. You learned to come out of your anxieties. I'm kind of revisiting the past here. And in doing that, shutting out negative influences, negative naysayers, anybody who was a frenemy. You just don't have time for that. You've got some gifts coming. These are people that, and this is what I wanted to bring up too, the Tower reverse. There's like a fear of change sometimes. When you're making positive changes, that's always going to bring up even more of a naysayer energy, because it kind of triggers those who maybe are not comfortable making changes in their own life. And so then they can project that onto you. But that's something that you don't need to take personally. It's going to happen no matter what. It happens everywhere. It happens in every field. It happens in every context. It's a universal truth that often the brighter the light that you're shining and learning to uncover and learning to tend to, because this is like an inner fire, this light that we channel, this light that we connect with as our creative light. Then the brighter the light, with the star energy here, the brighter the light, the deeper the shadow. Okay, so there's always the flip side, and on the other side of the light is the shadow. And so that's going to bring up all of that. Okay, and there's nothing to be afraid of. I want you to know that that's part of the creative process. You can't have one without the other. So until you're willing to embrace both the light and the dark of this process, then it will continue to thwart you. I'm going to put this camera down now. I'm holding it. Let's find a good vantage point so I can do this reading. I guess we'll just go right here. Okay, so I'm going to draw some cards now. Why is the Justice card here? So this is bringing about a big sense of justice, okay? This is one of the first cards that came out, as well as Temperance. So there's a balancing occurring here. And all these fours came about, which I see as a grounded energy. We've got the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles come up twice from two different decks. What is this justice and balance that we're we're seeing as the heart of this reading with this wonderful, graceful swan energy. Let's tap into that. I'm just, I've got a different deck of cards. If you can hear that, I'm just shuffling them. I can show you. This is for the creative collective. What does the creative collective need to know right now to be balanced through all of this awakening and progressing energy? Okay, so again, we have collaboration, and this is in the work front. It's time to collaborate with others. This is the Three of Pentacles. 3 has movement, and it's a magical number. 3 is a wonderful number. It's very dynamic and creative. It's time to work with others in a new way. And as you're doing this, you're building your pentacles. This is the 8 of Pentacles. And you're building new ideas. You're building a new sense of integrity and truth. This is the Queen of Swords. You're having firmer boundaries with people that undermine or maybe take away from this process. And, you know, like learning how to have, for myself personally, I'll speak to this. I am finally making the time to create a stable schedule with all of the work that I do. I'm a single mom of 3, and I have had a lot of financial struggle because of that. But, you know, it's a whole new realm to be the only adult in the house. It's overwhelming sometimes, and our economy is just getting more and more pricey. So I have a stable core job that I work at graveyard hours in my field so that I can get my kids to and from school. I commute my kids. I didn't want to change their school, but I moved us into a house, you know, because I was paying the same to move into a house with 5 bedrooms than what I was paying in an apartment. I could pay the same and have way more space. So that's what I did. And I wanted to evolve my home office. And so, and in doing that, I have found that I'm doing better with a second job. So I took that on, and it's creating a new sense of schedule, and I'm still evolving my home business. So all those are 3 major things going on that take a lot of juggling. And for me to have the strength and the stability, it takes like saying no to maybe things that just come in randomly. Like, you know, I need to be more adhering to a schedule as well. As all I'm sharing is just an example of the Queen of Swords energy, and maybe taking a stand to have better boundaries in your own life, like even with your own self. You know, like right now is not, time to be distracted. It's time to get to work, and it's time to actually love what you do, because you're going to be working no matter what. Everything takes work. Even when you're not working, you're, full of anxiety about your flow. So, I mean, either way, life takes work. Happiness takes work. If you're lazy and you don't want to work at all, then I feel sorry for you, because, I guess you could stay stagnant and fall into a depression, but who wants to be stuck there in a black hole? I mean, even when you're lazy, maybe that's deliberate. It's good to put your feet up. It's good to rest. Don't get me wrong. Vacations are necessary, but there's like an element of growth that you're tending to in your life that is paramount. And once you decide to be happy in this process, you can either work against yourself or you can create a flow for yourself. Those are your choices in life. I mean, we're all here and alive, and it's, life is a struggle. It doesn't matter where you fall in this whole big picture. You're going to be struggling while you're alive. That's part of being alive. You're here to grow. You're here to learn. We've got the 7 of Swords coming up again, and I think this is part of what you're learning to shut out. You're learning through the Queen of Swords energy to say, to protect yourself from people that want to steal your energy, or steal your happiness, steal your time, steal your resources, or steal anything from you that it doesn't, that they don't have merit to be in your space. You're learning to shut out that type of energy. We've got the King of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe taking a step back to connect emotionally with others. The Seven of Pentacles, is kind of standing your ground emotionally, maybe is how I'm reading this. As the King of Cups, being aware of what emotionally drives you. What do you actually feel like doing in your sense of building security in your life and building that sense of work and stability? Is it being true to your emotional happiness? Because that's just as important. And then we have the Eight of Wands, learning to communicate this to others and to yourself. Learning to not be stuck in your head about it. This is taking action in your life. I really see you taking back your own power. And you might have people, in doing this, it allows others to do that with you as well. And in your life, you're like speaking your truth. It allows others to speak their truth. Eight of Cups. Yeah, I think you're walking away from the stagnant energy. You're walking away from the ultra competitive energy. You're putting that to rest for good. For good. Maybe you are making choices in your life that permanently take away this type of dramatic exchange with others in a profound way where you don't have to deal with that anymore. Maybe you're really saying goodbye to some of these chapters, and that's a good thing. Here we are. We're at the beginning. This is bringing you to your Ace of Cups. A sense of self-love and respect that you deserve and that you might not have forged out for yourself ever. It's time to be able to do that. And as you do that, you're going to be building very solidly, building new opportunities. And this is, to me, the Ten of Wands is speaking to the utmost passionate ability to bring your passions from a single little flame to a bonfire, so to speak. And here we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, beautiful. That's beautiful energy. It's really able to attract into your life and be the creative champion that you're meant to be, the artist. And here it is again, the Chariot. The Chariot. This is ruled by Cancer, and it's the Chariot only moves forward. It does not move backwards. So just when the Chariot comes into your readings, just know you are moving in the right direction. So I've got the Devil energy, the Four of Swords coming in the background of you being able to take care of yourself. This might attract people in your life who don't take the time to do that type of work themselves, and they want to try to leech off of you. So you need to be mindful of that and protect your energy around the energy vampires who might want to feed off of that. And as you do this, this also allows you to competitively cut away those that are not meant for you, and you're choosing love. You're choosing the right people to be in your life, the right fit for you, the right the right tribe, like we were talking about at the beginning of this reading, that, not everybody is meant to be in your life. I mean, if people don't have the best interest for you in mind, then you don't really need to pay them very much mind. Learn to protect yourself and your thoughts even We've got the Knight of Cups coming in here, possibly feeling left out in the cold. There's going to be a sense of a new beginning with people that maybe you've kept yourself locked out of certain parts of your own life, that now, as you reclaim your energy and your power and your creative flow, so to speak, you maybe reclaim parts of yourself that you haven't allowed to express. Then this is going to allow relationships to open up too in your life. It really opens a lot of doors when you start saying yes to the right things. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this will also increase your abundance. Say yes to you in a good way. Like, what does that mean to you to say yes to you? That's going to be different for each person. But what is the healthy way to say yes to yourself? And see how it doesn't, that will directly affect the opportunities that come into your life. And then we have the King of Swords to the Queen of Swords. This is the Two of Cups energy. You're walking away from the disappointment that has come up emotionally. You're making very firm decisions. And there's a sense of victory with that and a feeling of safety. This was coming through really strongly throughout the reading too, was getting to a level of feeling safe in the way you set up your life. Trying to find, I had drawn the Six of Swords. Now I can't find it, but here it is again, the Six of Swords. And that's getting to a place of peace. It's so important. And this affects your Two of Cups, the union that wants to be in your life, or the feeling of, I do feel strongly with these cards coming through, the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups, that you are making progress in your sense of connecting with others. And so you might find a lot of new opportunities for deeper connection in all areas of your life. I'm seeing this as a very general, progressive truth, that those who are not meant to stay with you, and jobs that aren't meant to be in your life or whatever, situations, as you learn to flow your own energy accordingly, then the things that are not meant for you and that hold you back will naturally fall away. It'll be more and more organic. It won't be so much of a struggle to maintain or to figure out. And so here we have, these two are an interesting pair, the High Priestess and the Magician upright. This is a very powerful combination. This is the third eye. She's holding a pomegranate, which stands for truth, and seeds of truth and knowing. They're an all-knowing, omniscient eye connected to your intuition, and then manifesting, being able to manifest that. He's got the 8 above his head. He's got all the tools he needs to make anything happen. And I think you're drawing this into your life on every level with who you're connecting with too. This is really powerful. Your creative energy is a sense of power. And so learning how to work with that is probably the most important thing you can do for yourself, because you're creating your sense of reality all the time. You're not stuck in that. You are on the helm. You're the captain of your own ship, and in embracing that gives you freedom. You're never stuck anywhere. This is the Justice of the reading. Justice to the Nine of Swords. This is the end truth, the utmost truth, the end all to It's the period at the end of the sentence. This is a generous truth in your life. I'm going to leave it on this, the sense of justice. This is ruled by Libra. This is a sense of balance that you're trying to maintain here. So thank you for climbing clouds. I just wanted to connect through this reading. There's a lot going on right now. So take the time to, just to be true to that process, and don't give up. Just keep on keeping on, because you're going forward with a really wonderful and important momentum. Things are happening for you. Thank you for climbing clouds.